Hi, welcome back to Emotional Mojo. If you are looking to grab hold of your destiny, our guest today can help you make that a reality. Bobbi Govanus wrote the book, How to Pilot When We Were Raised to Be Stewardesses. I love that. And she is here now with tips for reinventing your life and creating the happiness you deserve. Bobbi, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
We were just talking about the title of your book, How to Pilot When We Were Raised to Be Stewardesses. That makes quite a statement. How did the title come about, and what does that mean?
Back when I was a young girl.
So like 5-10 years ago.
Yeah, it's just a few. It was, we started flying in planes, and I would rather have been up in the front, but it was always in the back. And I thought, you know, the only people that really get to see where they're going are the pilot. And so I thought it would be a great title for a book. Well, in 1999, I started doing speeches by this title. I was selected as Entrepreneur Magazine's Home-Based Business Owner of the Year, and I had an opportunity to get out there and do some public speaking. And so this was one of the things I chose because it was all about women taking control. Yeah, but back then it was so many of the women, they didn't know how to write a check, didn't have their own credit cards, didn't, you know, so I said, you need to be in control of your life.
Well, and that still translates to today. It may not be so cut and dry like that, but I think there are, you know, a lot of people out there who feel like they'd like to take a little more control of their own lives, you know? So in the book, then, it features 12 female authors. They give all these tips and techniques to overcoming stereotypes and discovering their passion. What are some of the challenges that they've overcome in the book?
Well, these are really life stories, and how they overcame cancer, overcame rape, overcame divorce, overcame bankruptcy, overcame just you name it. Everybody's been through just about all of it, and some of them have been through all of them. You know, so it's a matter of getting to the point where you just don't let the world hold you down anymore.
Well, and that's interesting because I think everybody in their lives have these perceived setbacks, but it's kind of cool to think we can use those to fuel us forward and to find our passions. I mean, you guys do motivational speaking as well. I'm sure you touch on this topic a lot.
You do. You know, it's becoming the person I think we're intended to be, and it's overcoming adversity. I think we become real champions by overcoming adversity. You know, sometimes we're tried by fire, you know, and wood, hay, and little sticks burn up in a fire, but precious stones will endure forever. And talking to Bobbi earlier, she is a precious stone.
I imagine doing this book and working with all these people, there's got to be a particular story that inspired you. Can you share something with us?
With 12 great authors, it was hard. But the woman who faced almost everything, I mean, was molested by a stepfather, was actually killed by a guy. And I mean, she came back to life, ran away. I mean, it was the murder situation. And yeah, pretty much touches your heart to make you think that somebody that's been exposed to so much chose to go on.
And talk about resilience.
I mean,
yes,
absolutely.
Is that part of your advice? I mean, let's talk about some of the steps. We talk about we're helping people reinvent their lives. What are some of the steps that we can take?
Well, the first one that I chose to focus on, and it's really funny because when I invited women to contribute to this book, I thought I had half this book written. And when 12, I kept pulling chapters out because it was like, oh, she's better than mine. She's better than mine. She's better than mine. Because again, I think that different voice helps inspire people. You know, they realize that Mark and I chatted a minute earlier, when people can realize that somebody has overcome, that they have made it through the fire and come to the other side, it inspires. You know, I used to do divorce counseling and, you know, help people because when I would meet them and they said, yes, I've been divorced for 3 months, 7 days. Ah, okay. You know, you're not even close to being over this. You know? So it helps them to recognize that you've made it and that you can say, yeah, that was a few years ago, but I'm better now. You know?
As a mental health counselor, I mean, how does this sound? Is this book, could this be used as a tool, you think, to help others who are going through hard times?
Most definitely. People that haven't found their own voice, that aren't okay yet with their own story, to hear another story, to connect with it, to empower them to say, you know what, I need to be okay in my skin. I need to be okay with what I've been through because it's in the past. It's not who I am. It doesn't define me. And this is what's going to allow me to help others, inspire others. So
and what's the feedback been like since you've had this book out and shared it with others?
It's really important because all these 12 women came together and I said, I really don't want to make any money from this book. So all the money is going to scholarships for women to help reinvent themselves. And so That's been amazing feedback
Yeah.
because the people that have read it and have been inspired also were glad that the money was going to help women.
Well, I want to thank you for coming and sharing these stories and telling us about your book. It is available, by the way, online and at bookstores for anyone at home.
Amazon has it too. Sure.
Awesome.